Hey guys, the Lapis Chicken here, and today we're just going to discuss a bit about this new topic about the new YouTube censorship guidelines, which I find are completely bullshit. Now, yes, it does ban profanity, so technically this video could be flagged and not demonetized, but I actually don't earn any money from YouTube, so I don't actually care. Anyway, since it doesn't affect me, we can actually look at more in depth at what other people think about this topic by playing a level as we go. Okay, completely ignoring what's on the screen, the new YouTube guidelines apparently ban sexually explicit content, profanities, violence, drug abuse, and a few other things. Basically ban as in the video will still be on YouTube, but just that the creator won't earn any money out of it. Now, personally, I think that's and there's one more controversial issues, which surprise surprise, it's actually one of my most viewed videos, the one about Guardian. I'm sure YouTube is really pleased with me right now. Doesn't matter considering I don't actually earn any money from YouTube, but just saying, that might affect me in the future when I actually decide to start earning money from YouTube, but that's not a major concern as of now. So basically, my personal thoughts on this is that I don't really think YouTube should be doing this. Yeah, that's a very... by the way, this video is about controversial issue. Yikes. Looks like if I was looking to earn any money out of this video, I would earn any. Which I actually care. If you have been catching up on any, or at least on most YouTube channels, they will be talking about this stuff. If they haven't done it today, they'll maybe do it very soon. So basically, I think I should approach this in a better way by saying that why this shouldn't be done. So if YouTube decides to censor us creators so much that we literally can't do anything that people usually watch on YouTube, basically, I mean, if you are a gaming channel, you'll most likely swear at some point in your videos, and like, if you're a news reporting channel, you will most likely report about some controversial issue at some point. Speaking of news channels, actually I'll say about that later. And if you are a gaming channel, if you are like a first-person shooting channel, you will be showing lots of violence. Before this new community guideline, YouTube has a very straightforward way of basically age restriction, which is logical. If the content is targeted at adults, only adults watch it. Simple. I think that's very logical. And and by the way, those that are age restricted don't get monetized. Yeah, that's not the best thing for creators, because if your channel is famous now because of any of those, you're basically screwed, which isn't the best situation for YouTuber to be in. With all of your previous famous content getting revoked and demonetized, it can be very traumatizing.
And furthermore, the YouTube guideline system isn't exactly the most fair. So basically, there has been a channel which talks about depression and suicide, or actually not just talks about it, helps people that have depression and suicide, you know, me, overcome their depression and suicide. But since it discusses about depression and suicide, YouTube were like, you know, it'd be a good idea, flagging this channel and make him not earn any money from it. Which
I think even you guys should know that isn't very logical. By the way, that channel is, yes, it is Boogie 248 if I'm not wrong. So if you're going to flag someone's channel for talking about depression and suicide and helping children and basically anyone with depression and suicide, that is not exactly the best thing for you to do, because those channels are actually helpful and deserve their monetization. While on another case, CNN News, which I'm pretty sure most of you should know, like, I mean, come on, it's CNN News, like, apart from me and like everyone else who doesn't watch it. But it is a quite famous news channel. So basically YouTube, so okay, basically it had a video showing the effects of war, which included a quite controversial picture of a boy with his face covered in blood, which it does break two community guidelines, mainly being the violence one and the controversial issue one, which, I mean, really, I think the YouTube system's being too strict here. But moving off the story, uh, they have basically, they have that picture, right? Yes, it's discussing about the toll of war on certain people and all the other good stuff. Okay, actually, the not good stuff. And basically YouTube continued to monetize it. Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, yeah, I mean, can probably be monetized. That is a decent excuse. Without the community guidelines, it could probably pass as a monetized video. But considering you have literally just demonetized a channel who helps people with depression, I don't think monetizing a video about people dying in the war is a very good idea. In fair comparison, it's actually a terrible idea, personally speaking. So it's not just about new guidelines, it's about the fairness of the new guidelines. And it's just, okay, in completely ignoring what the new guidelines are, as long as they're guidelines, they have to be fair. Which basically means the same rules apply to everyone, but it doesn't seem to be the case here. In fact, they're actually very biased in this issue. About two channels with very different content, one of which barely breaks the community guidelines, while the other one breaks the community guidelines by a more significant amount. So basically, they demonetize the one that's actually targeted at raising awareness and helping people, while another one is just reporting about a controversial issue. So YouTube, if you want to if you want to implement these guidelines, which I don't think you should, at least make it fair. Okay, with the fairness part out of the way, we will now move on to the next part, the actual community guidelines itself. So basically, YouTube's aim at doing this is that it doesn't want advertisement companies' reputation to be ruined because of certain videos that have been posted on the website recently. Not just recently, for a really long time, since the website has been established, in fact. But it just doesn't want the company's reputation to be ruined, which in turns brings YouTube more money, which is probably YouTube's goal at doing this. Go ahead, YouTube, ban me. I don't actually care. So the idea is that if companies are more protected, they will advertise more and YouTube will get more money, which is a logical standpoint. If you want to earn more money, you can protect the people who are giving you money, but what you absolutely cannot do is can't think of the right word, is oh man, my English sucks. For lack of a better word, harass the content creators who are actively using your channel. Because if you just look at any YouTube video that you have seen recently, actually I'll just go to YouTube, not Play Store, the YouTube website, and look at some of my videos actually, and we'll see that it breaks a lot of community guidelines, completely ignoring all of my subscriptions. You'll see that scrolling to a random video, let's say this one. It's a nice video. Okay, self-promotion here. It's a decent video that I spent a reasonable amount of time on, and I'm quite proud of it. And has terrible subtitles, but that's not matter. Skipping to a non-predesignated point, we can see that this is, surprise surprise, about violence. Yeah. There are tanks, there are artillery, there are infantry, there are warships, there are helicopters in the picture. So basically, YouTube can ban me for this because it shows scenes of violence. Yeah. So that isn't a very good start. Let's look at another one of my videos. Maybe my Geometry Dash videos. Save Triaxis. This is a nice sweet video supposed to help Triaxis, which is good, which is a helpful thing to do, personally speaking. If I'm going to try to help Triaxis, even if you are trying to do it, I wouldn't discourage it personally, because that's a nice and helpful thing to do. But a small thing is, Save Triaxis is a controversial issue. Not many people agree that Triaxis is a good person / a good creator, and we should do this. So, with that in mind, we can technically demonetize this video with our YouTube. So, yeah. Basically, these are the two most prominent games I play on, or I used to play on this channel. And as you can see, even me, who's a small YouTuber and doesn't explicitly aim for breaking the community guidelines, inadvertently breaks the community guidelines, which isn't a good thing. So if you want me to not break the community guidelines, the only game that I play that doesn't break the community guidelines is literally Geometry Dash. War Thunder, violence. Love Giants 2, violence. War of Tanks Blitz, violence. Would You Rather, controversial issues. World Conqueror 3, violence. So I can only play War Thunder. No, I can only play Geometry Dash, which isn't very good variety on my channel. So, with all these evidence, I have successfully decided that YouTube guidelines are complete bullshit. Okay, so now that we know that YouTube guidelines are completely bullshit, we can maybe think of an idea to improve them. We can do this in a few ways actually. Firstly, if the advertisement companies think that advertising on a certain video or certain type of video could ruin their reputation, it's their decision. They can opt to not monetize a certain type of videos, which makes sense, personally speaking. If you don't want to monetize that kind of videos, it's your choice. You can don't monetize them. So, and if you don't mind any types of videos, you can go ahead and monetize every type of video. It's certainly better than having content creators explicitly switch up their content to something boring and uninteresting just to stick to community guidelines. Personally speaking, if that happens, I might as well just quit YouTube. So the general idea is, if YouTube doesn't try to make any changes of this system, I'll probably just quit. Yeah. Another idea is to just basically do what we're doing now, which is to have age restrictions. So if your video is targeted at adults, you can maybe check a checkbox that says, oh, this is an age restricted video. and then the advertisers can choose, do I want to advertise on age restricted videos. But we must not make it seem that age restricted videos are bad, they'll ruin your reputation, everything. So that's a possible suggestion. And YouTube, if you see this, which you probably won't because I'm a small YouTuber, can maybe make suitable adjustments, because I do not think that your community guidelines are very good. So, as I've said, if it doesn't improve, I'll quit YouTube, things like that. And if you liked it, or if you like this video, you can actually do nothing, because I don't actually care whether you like this video or not, as long as the message gets through. Fairness for all YouTubers. That is the point of this video. Please, if you think it's logical, share the message, and I'll see you in the next video if YouTube decides to make adjustments. Bye.